Stalin Autocare and this is my tape. I'm forced to do manual labor, carrying these ramps because these ramps are what help the car get on here, right? I had to carry these ramps with Ethan. Nico decided not to be here. Usually it's Ethan and Nico, but Nico is dealing with other business aspects of Stallion Autocare. And I'm here on this episode 1 of Surviving Stallion. They're gonna make me wash my own car. Guys, do you understand? I've never washed my own car. I won't lie to you. I've never done that thing. I've never taken a bucket and water and said, shoo, on my car. Why am I washing my car? It's because these guys are saying I cannot touch up the paint while the car is dirty, which makes a lot of sense, right? I get that. And now it's admin because time is ticking. If you take it to a car wash, I must put these ramps back that side, deal with another injury. Almost injured myself. Surviving Stallion. I'm playing. There's a few things that I have to do today. I have to do the paint touch-up. That's going to touch up all the paints and nooks and crannies and stuff that's just not looking right on the car. Like there's a lot of small scratches that I just do not like. It's just not on, man. So my boys decided to mix up some paint. We took a sample from the paint cover, of which I'll explain in the previous video, and then we're going to also do the fuses. So what happens now is that when I unlock my car, right? When I unlock and lock, let's say when I unlock, my hazards go on, and then the DRLs flick on and off. They're supposed to stay on, along with the interior lights. When I open the door, the interior lights don't turn on. I don't know what's happened now. So now my interior lights just don't work at all, right? And then when I hold the key to unlock, the windows are supposed to roll down. And then also when I lock, the windows are supposed to roll up. That doesn't work. Electrically, there's that stuff that's not working. So I bought some fuses. I bought the fuse plucker thingy because the other plucker thingy, I lost it inside the engine bay when I was plucking fuses for something in the engine bay. Don't know what I was doing a while ago. Anyway, got the fuse plucker, as well as we need to just clean a bit of the headliner. There's a stain in the headliner, which I really don't like. It's like a brown stain here. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I don't even wear makeup, so I don't know what's going on. And then after that, we have to do the filter. There's an air filter inside the car. Well, the actual air filter, the intake filter. We have to clean that. I'm saying a whole lot of we, but it's really me. Me, myself, and I. Surviving Stallion. So, what's up and welcome to Stallion Autocare. We have Ethan right over there. He's gonna tell me about how to wash a car. What do you have to tell me about washing a car, bro?
You're gonna work today.
Okay, so yeah, let's not do the wheels.
Why not?
No, I'm not gonna sit there with the bloody scrub and scrub the whole wheel. No,
It's your
I'm not
car.
gonna do that. Yeah, it's my car, but someone else will do this fine.
Yeah,
I just want to get to the body. Let's do the body
listen.
with Nico!
Yeah, Vicky, here's
Nico
your
landed.
boy, actually.
Love to see him. But anyway, so what do we start with, and then how does the process go of washing a car, bro?
So you're gonna connect the hose pipe. There's the washer. There's some soap. There's a 2-bucket method.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, have fun with it.
So we're using a 2-bucket method, as Ethan was saying.
Yeah.
We have Nico over here.
Oh, it's recording. Okay.
Yeah. 2-bucket method with Ethan. 2 buckets on Ethan. I mean,
2 buckets on Ethan is crazy, bro. Okay. Not off to a great Friday. That is a bit sus. Okay, 2-bucket method. 1 bucket with just water, 1 bucket with water and soap.
yeah.
Both have grid guards at the bottom. While we're washing, all the dust is the grid guards are gonna catch the dust and dirt at the bottom. Make sure there's no scratching while we're washing this blue's car. Keep it nice and clean.
Meant.
All right. There's no water in here. So surprising. Okay, just grab that hose pipe there at the back. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that one. All right. Fantastic
Break,
stuff.
No, it's fine. Break it.
Yeah,
break the faucet. It's fine.
Yeah, you know.
I'll buy another one.
It's yeah, I can see Leanna's making money, huh?
Alright, so we're just gonna spray some degrease on top of the entire car. This basically does what, Nico?
Basically just removes all the loose dirt, makes the washing process a bit easier as well. Just that by the time we do a contact wash with the mitts, the car's as clean as possible.
Okay. Hey. Alright, yokes. So we got the car wet, alright. Now we need to get it soapy. We've done the pressure washing. Now we've got the 2-bucket system. We've got the, you know, the mitts. We're in the midst of it. Yeah, I don't even know what to start. I think we start at the top now. Start at the top so we can work ourselves down. So I'd assume this is how it goes. And you know, during this wash, I've been enjoying the feeling of actually taking care of my whip, because you know it takes care of me, and it's something a bit therapeutic, something a bit nice. So we're gonna rinse this off, not by panel, of which the styling also guys didn't explain to me. Decontaminating this, brushy. You don't wanna get that into some soap. And let's get some words. YouTube wouldn't be YouTube if you would just pay people to do stuff. Think about it, like the how-to videos. The how-to videos mixing with the audience, with you guys, with the Rush people, with the Rush crew, with the Rush fam. Rush ever. This is the Rush cause, you get me? We are rushing through this wash. And don't tell me about getting it right, okay? Soak all over the car. Because we want soap to dry, at least run against. And this is really interesting, it's very nice. Your wrist with your watch on the same hand. I'm just saying the same hand. I call my watch my wrist. So, same hand. Okay guys, I'm gonna start with the cloth, drying cloth. We need to get the windows done first. Before I decide one call, one towel. Jeez. We're done washing the car. It's dry, it's ready to be prepped for the touch-ups. Now, we switch into a how-to. How to replace your air filter in your Polo AW 1. I assume this is the one because it's the free pre-facelift. This is the 2020 AW Trendline 1 liter Polo. Filter removal. So it is the air filter that we're looking for, which is under the hood. You'll find that lever right by your right foot in the driver's section. Then you look for a lever underneath the hood. And then you look at the filter. It's right here, right there. Then you get tools, right? Got myself a swivel jaw hose clamp plier. The hose clamp clipper prior tooly thingy. So let's get this clamp out. It has some indents. I think what I noticed is that there's some indents there. I assume that locks it. Okay, great. And then it kind of locks so that once you pull it, once you put it into place, it doesn't come out because these clips need to, you'll see what I'm saying. Anyway, there's some fixture points here, so just, you'll see. So we're gonna clamp onto the clip. Oh, okay. And then we're gonna clamp and it's gonna basically ratchet and allow us to lock in place. Then we take out the pipe that is for the intake, right? We leave this back on here. Now how do we unlock it? We come back down here and unlock and get that off. So that's gonna be there tightly anyway. Then we're gonna take a T, I think it should be a T20 into this hole. This hole, if this thing can focus. So then you're gonna take a T20 into here and unscrew that, and there's another screw at the, on the back. I'll show you what that looks like. Turns out that this is a T25 screw that we need to undo. And for the next part, you will need a drill. So This is the screw. This is what's going on. Next part, we will need a drill. Focus. Thank you. Right, so there are screws at the back there. As you can see, there's flathead screws at the back, behind. So this is the inlet elbow of the turbo inlet. Turbo sits right just below there. The elbow goes down there. It's like a downpipe for the turbo inlet. So essentially, the standard inlet is a bit more restrictive. This one flows a bit more air. Anyway, so that's what we have to undo. Either I'm thinking of either undoing the top clip or the bottom clip. Not too sure which one would be better to undo, but it'll be the flathead screwdriver. So which one would be best to reach? Maybe the one at the top? I'd assume so. I just feel like it'll be trickier to put back on. But in terms of getting there and undoing it, it seems fairly simple. Just undo it, right? So there's this pipe over here, which you can just pull off. Just try and get that off. So there's a pipe this side, there's a screw this side, that's off. And now it's time to pull out this clamp over here. There are some pipes here that we need to unclip that pipe. So now we have our intake out, and then the ring is here. So when we have to clip it back on, we know what to do. So we'll just leave that ring over there, and we have the intake out. And then with the intake, there's an intake inside here. We just need, I think, T screws here. Just take out these screws. Leave these bushings in there. I want to see where this bushing went. And then we're going to take those out. So that's how we're going to get into the air filter of our Polo Aw 1 liter trend line. And then you might be asking yourselves, okay, what's going on here with the red stuff? Okay, I'll explain that now. The red stuff are called coil packs. Yeah. Basically, these are higher powered injectors. These are the injectors you get on the 8Y Audis and whatever other MQB platform you might need. Basically, it provides a more efficient and brighter spark, which allows the engine to rev all the way to a red line. So what happens is that on the stock Polo Aw, it does not rev entirely out to pos 5. Pos 5, you can feel that the power gets lost. It doesn't push pos 5 in the stock injectors. Not injectors, but coil packs. So what this helps with is to keep that rev all the way steady and efficient and consistent. The main thing is consistent because these can handle heat much better than the standard coil packs that they come with. So yeah, I've felt a very good bump and boost in terms of what the car can manage past 5 grand, and it manages it very well, no matter the temperature. Love these coil packs, fantastic stuff. Love the upgrade I've done there. So what happens with the standard coil packs is that they lose accuracy towards the high end and towards higher heats. These maintain the accuracy. I know it's a long way of describing coil packs, but this is basically what's happening. This is the air filter, the foam filter that I have installed in my car, and it is dirty. Delicately and ever so gently, we are in the air filter. So this filter has gone through about 20,000 kilometers of driving. I forgot to change it at some point. I forgot to wash it. Genuinely speaking, I forgot to wash it. So this is what 20,000 kilometers of filtration looks like. And if we look at the box itself, there's just a whole bunch of dust, but at least there's no hard particles. Okay, so now I've got the grid guard, the filter, with the grid guard at the bottom. There's a lot of contaminants here. And then we'll start to do it by hand, knead it by hand. You must be very delicate. I've used cold water because I don't want the glue in between everything before we properly get this done. Put the grid guard at the bottom so we know that all the other contaminants will sit there at the bottom and will not bother us. Kind of deal with it with your hands. Quite a layer of oil there. Our next mission involves our problem. Our electrical problem whereby I press unlock, the interior lights don't come on. Lock, can't even roll down the windows. It's a fuse problem. So, how to change your interior fuses in your Polo AW? There's a fuse box over here, I think, or it's here. I will just assume it's here. I see this panel over here, so I just assume I can just pull it out. I assume. Happens. Ooh. Got our first click. Our first, oh, okay. It peels off quite smoothly. All right, so a problem I'm having with the electrical system in the car is that the DRLs, okay, let's say when I lock the car, right? You see the DRLs just flick on and off. They're supposed to stay on. One more problem is when I unlock the car, the windows are supposed to roll down. They don't roll down. And then when I get into the car, or even get out of the car, the dome lights, the interior lights do not work. It might be a fuse issue. So, I have my multimeter which is set to continuity. Basically, if there's a complete circuit, it will beep. If there's a broken circuit, it will not beep. So, there we go. Now, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna have a look at the fuse box and we're gonna test each and every one by one. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna test each and every fuse. There's a few of them. It's actually a lot of these fuses, man. Oh. There's a lot of these fuses. So we'll start with like a 20 amp fuse here at the bottom. You might hear the beep. Okay, the 20 amp is working. 40 amp. 40 amp is working. 10 amp. 10 amp is working. 30 amp. 30 amp is not working. So turns out that the fuses were just, I don't know, man.
This man is operating a caveman level.
He's saying it's dirty. For some reason, my lights are on though. So
I feel like
I
we
don't
should
know,
buy
man.
a new fuse. That fuse is scary.
Hey man, he says that this makes sense.
It's not make sure.
Ethan has experience that you don't, Nico.
Nah, this one is not make sure. Bro.
Look how dirty the chip was.
Yeah,
Look at that time.
it's cool. It's just the 40 amp fuse. It's the 40 amp thingies that I pulled out. Okay, problem fixed. Fuses solved. I did the continuity testing and that didn't come out right because I actually had to go through the fuses and see what's going on. And there were some fuses that were like burnt, but not necessarily disconnected or broken. So it was a case of cleaning fuses. So I did that. Now you can see the DRLs are on. And when I unlock and lock the car, the windows can roll down and roll back up when parked. Another fuse issue I had, which I didn't actually, I just thought, hey, what if this is a fuse issue? Was my amp. My amplifier, basically, whenever I hit a bump or go over speed bumps or just go over a rough road, it would cut out. The amp would just stop working. Then I had to wait for the next bump for it to come back to life. So I thought now, I'm like, okay, if a fuse can just be this temperamental, surely my temperamental issues with my amp could be something, right? Right. So there are 3 fuses right over there in the amp, the green ones. And another lesson I've learned here is not to buy cheap fuses. I didn't know that there were expensive fuses or cheap ones. So here's what cheap fuses look like. They're not see-through, they just have this weird thing. These don't fit. They did not fit in the green over there. And if we look at this fuse on its own, Hopefully you can get your focusing there. You can see that there's a break in the middle. That break in the middle shows that there is no continuity going through there. I did not continuity check this, but anyway, it's cool because I just saw it there in the amp. So now I hope that my amp situation is solved. Now it's just a matter of putting this panel back where it belongs inside here very nicely. It clips in so smoothly and oh, just like so nicely. It's just so satisfying the way it clips in. It's fantastic because it doesn't click out as roughly as these panels do. These panels just scare me. Anyway, so we have our fuse and then we have our interior lights back in action. Oh man, it's been a day. It's been a day. I washed the car, I checked the fuses, I cleaned my air filter. The air filter is drying at the moment, so it's drying outside. I'm gonna bring it back inside in a ventilated space inside so that I can just dry overnight. I'm gonna leave the car here. I'll come back tomorrow morning, put the air filter back in, show you how it comes back in, and then checking electronical problems. My electronical problems are solved. Where are my keys though? Where my keys? So basically when I lock the car, you know, you see my DRLs are on, this is good stuff. My interior lights are on, life is good. So when I lock the car, I can then bring up the windows. All because of a fuse. And now my DRLs stay on. Wow, what a day. But we're learning. Living and we're learning. Nice thing with that filter is that you can just clean it every time you need to clean it. So every 15,000 kilometers, just clean it, don't have to replace it. It's all good. I have the oil filter spray as well. So I'm gonna spray that on tomorrow once the thing has dried, and it's gonna be a good time. Be back on the road tomorrow. So yeah. My light minor upgrades, fixes here's and there's, this and that. I think owning a car is a bit difficult sometimes. Like it's great when it's running fine. And that's the thing, it always runs fine. Like it always runs well. It's always working. And that just happened automatically. You see in case like you just leave it unlocked and you walk away, automatically locked, which is great. Thank you for tuning in as per. See you another time.